What's up, anime lovers? Today we are reading a fanfic from Wattpad by Mokamaki called Monster, an Attack on Titan X mute reader. If you like, then please give us a huge thumbs up, hit the big red button and notification bell. Also, there are a lot of parts in this, so please be patient with us, because we also have to deal with school and all that stress and stuff. We also have a couple of problems that I'd rather not say, but after that, let's get into the video. Later that evening, dinner time came, and I watched the rest of the cadets talk amongst themselves. I envied their conversations and laughter. I wish I could be like that again. But the only sounds I make are small and faint noises. I wasn't completely mute. There were little faint hums and sounds I could make, but when I tried to talk, nothing would come out. "YN, are you okay? You barely touched your food," Mikasa asked. I turned to her and just nodded. I guess I was too lost in my thoughts. I picked up the bread from my tray and nibbled it slowly. "Hey, you're YN, right?" I looked next to me to see a girl with brown hair tied in a ponytail and brown eyes. I nodded, feeling a little confused on how she knew my name. "We saw the way you fought back at the training grounds. It was amazing." "We?" I looked to see a boy with a shaved head and yellowish eyes. "Yeah, you were totally awesome. Where did you learn those moves?" They both leaned in close to hear, and I began to panic. How could I answer? Do they know I can't? "Hey, give her some space, guys," I heard a sweet voice say. The three of us looked behind to see a boy with black hair, tan skin, and cute freckles. Wait, cute? I felt myself blush a bit. "You're making her uncomfortable." He looked towards me. "Are you okay? I'm sure they didn't mean to make you uncomfortable." His eyes looked at mine, expecting an answer. My eyes darted around the room, which found Armin's eyes staring worriedly at me. I pleaded for help through my eyes, and Armin immediately got the message. I'm sorry, YN is sort of mute. She's not trying to be rude," Armin immediately spoke. I felt the atmosphere turn tense once they reacted to the news. Oh, we're so sorry. We didn't know." The girl with brown hair quickly apologized. "Yeah, what she said," the shaved-headed boy replied. "We hope we didn't hurt your feelings in any way." The boy with cute freckles stared at me with deep concern. "My name's Sasha," the girl said, holding bread. "The name's Connie," the boy with the shaved head added. "My name's Marco. I'm guessing your name is YN, right?" I nodded while slowly standing up and making my way towards him. I placed my hands on his cheeks. Warm, I thought. Marco's cheeks seemed to heat up more as he began to get flustered. Armin began to stammer as well. YN, don't do that. It's rude." Armin scolded me a little. It's fine." Marco tried to be calm. I stared at Marco for a few moments before removing my hands. I turned to Sasha and Connie, and I noticed some crumbs on Sasha's cheeks. I leaned forward and brushed the crumbs lightly away from her face. She flinched, but it wasn't from my touch. "YN, your nails are sharp. It scratched me a little." I took a look at my claw-like fingernails. They have grown a bit over the years, but I didn't know how to cut them. "YN, here. Keep eating your dinner." Armin guided me back to my seat. I continued to nibble on the bread. Mikasa noticed me eating and began to pet my head. She always did this, ever since we were young. "Has she always been like this?" I heard Marco ask behind me. "For as long as I can remember, yes. That was how she met me, actually. Ever since that day, Aaron, Mikasa, and I have been friends with her. The more time we spent with her, the more I grow concerned over her behavior." "Behavior?" Sasha asked. "She doesn't really act like her age, more like a toddler discovering the world for the first time. It makes me worried that she might have been involved in an accident that affected her head. Possibly her eye, too." He muttered the last part. With the bread still in my mouth, I leaned into Mika's strokes and planted my head on her shoulder. She didn't seem surprised because I always did this, but this time was different. As she continued to stroke my head, I began to tickle at her sides, making her squirm. "YN, stop," she said quietly, but I continued. I am so sorry. We had to pause this for
like a minute, but we'll read a little back so I don't get too confusing.
Anne, stop. It's not funny. But I continued. At this point, she was pushing me as gently but as far as possible. She was on the verge of laughing, but it seemed like our little battle gained some attention and took the scene as something other than a playful fight. Without knowing, I felt someone grab my hair and yank me off of Mikasa, causing me to fall onto the floor harshly, almost catching Mikasa off guard. She told you to stop. What are you trying to do? Harass her? Keep your hands off. I rubbed my head looking up to see a boy with two-toned hair glaring down at me. What was his problem? Hwan! Mikasa called my name and immediately went to my side. Armin didn't move, but he was staring at me with complete worry. He didn't know if he should get involved or not, but the boy wasn't done yet. He ended up grabbing me by the collar, yanking me once more. I told you to get away from her. What the hell? Sorry. What the hell? Aaron grabbed the boy by the collar and yanked him off of me, making fall back onto the floor, Mikasa holding my arms steady. I stuttered. I'm sorry. Leave her alone. She didn't do anything wrong. I don't know if you're cranky because you haven't had your hay yet, Horseface, but don't you dare touch YN again like that. Horseface? She was harassing your friend. What was I supposed to do? If anyone is harassing, it's you. Keep your hands off of her. Aaron pushed her back. YN, are you okay? Armin asked from behind. I just stared blankly at the boy. Aaron called him Horseface. Does that mean he looks like a horse? I slowly stood up and made my way towards the two. They both stopped talking and watched my movements in confusion. I walked up to the boy and placed my hands on his cheeks, analyzing his face. I saw his cheeks turn bright red as I looked at his features. He didn't really look like a horse. YN, Aaron said in disbelief. I looked towards Aaron and was about to walk towards him until I felt someone grab my hand. I looked behind me to see the boy looking down. His face blushed madly. I was now confused. Aaron didn't seem to like that and pulled me away. I thought I told you not to touch her. Get your hands off of me, you suicidal maniac. Mix sighed as she pulled me gently away from the scene and led me out of the mess hall.
Thank you for listening, because you're not reading this. My bad. Also, sorry if there's background noise. It's our family. We cannot control the noise they make, and we live really close to the road. So if you hear any car noises, that's also not our fault. So,
and sorry for my stuttering.
Yeah, we are not very good reading out loud. We mostly read in our minds, so we stutter a little bit. So thank you, and also we're trying to work on a outro, and sorry if you hear our dog barking. She barks because of almost anything. So we are working on an outro, so it's not just a regular bye you would say in a regular conversation. But I hope you enjoyed. Bye.